In this video, I'll be showing you how you can make this beautiful boho style flower hanger for spring out of next to nothing. So, hope you enjoy. So first take a piece of cardboard roughly 20 by 30 centimetres, depending on the size that you want. Then you score a line down the middle, fold it and draw half of a heart shape. Cut it out with an X-Acto knife and now you're left with a folding heart. For the backing, I drew it around my heart and cut it out. Then I propped up my heart into its final position to see how wide I actually needed it to be, roughly 13 centimetres at the widest point at the top. Then naturally I cut it out. Then with masking tape I covered up the top raw edges and taped the backing of the heart to the heart itself. For support, I stuffed in a piece of newspaper. For a classical decorated look, I stuck on some half diamantes onto the top part of the heart. Then I gave a couple of coats of this mustardy kind of beige coloured paint. And when that was dry, I added a crackle medium, which is very shiny actually, which is something that we don't want, but I'll address that later. I let the crackle cure for about 10 minutes, then went over everything with an ivory coloured paint, which had a very nice creamy consistency. The crackles began to form almost immediately, but then my camera died, unfortunately. Now, to my taste, the cracks here are just a little bit too big, so I dabbed on some watered down paint of the same ivory colour to attenuate the colour of the cracks, and then dried off everything with the hairdryer. When I did this also got rid of the shine. To decorate my heart, I wanted to use floral stamps, and my heart was set on using a blue coloured ink, but try as I might, I couldn't find it anywhere, which is very strange. Anyway, so I had one of those light bulb ideas and thought I might be able to use some blue food colouring instead. So I squirted a little onto a plastic sheet and brushed it over. Now, don't use it straight away. You must let it cure for 2 minutes. Only then is it perfect for stamping with. Believe me, I tried it and had to wipe it off with a wet cloth. You can do several stamps with it, but if it runs out or dries up, just rinse off your plastic sheet under the tap to clean it and dry it off, and then just start again as before. if some prints come out faded, don't worry, it's perfect for this vintage look. Make sure you dry off the prints with a hairdryer. As you'll see, I sealed all this down with wax, and the food colouring held up really well with the wax. I don't know how it would hold up with any other kind of a sealer. You'd have to experiment with that. And I will admit that after a couple of days, the food colouring was still a little bit sticky to the touch, but as the days went on, that attenuated, and now it seems to be perfectly fine. I don't know if different brands of food colouring have different extents of stickiness to them, but mine, what I used, is perfectly fine now. So, you know, you'd have to experiment with that. Obviously, it would be advisable to use real ink. I just used the food colouring because I really wanted blue and I didn't have any, I couldn't find any. So in desperation, I just used that. And I'm glad I did because I discovered something new. Then to give it its antique look, I went over it with some clear wax and then some antique wax until I got the look I was after. For extra decoration, I cut the pointy parts off of these fancy drawing pins here, and I also painted a faux gold chain for the hanger, then hot glued them both on. For my floral decoration, I wanted some Spanish moss at the forefront, so I hot glued that down. I added a piece of floral foam and then proceeded to stick in my floral arrangement. And that's it, that's all there was to it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this DIY and I hope you try it yourself. If you do, let me know down in the comments and let me know what colour you choose to do yours. So until the next video, thanks for watching. Bye.